So, Guild of Ravnica is about to release, and Kaladesh and Amonkhet blocks are both about to rotate, and everyone's talking about this new and exciting standard that's about to come up. But, I'm here to talk to you about another format, Modern, and the top 5 cards that I think are going to have an impact, or at least see play on the Modern format. First, a couple honorable mentions, because it wouldn't be a list without some of those. The first one is Might of the Masses, 1 green for an instant. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature you control. Now, this may seem very specific, and given it is, but I think the one deck this is going to see play in, Elves. Elves ramp out a ton of creatures very quickly, and this pump spell is definitely going to win games for some Elves decks. Hey, maybe even red-green Coco Goblins, that might like this card. They seem to power out creatures pretty quick, and it's definitely going to see play in one of those two decks, probably Elf. My second honorable mention is Goblin Crater Maker. 1 colorless and 1 red for a 2/2 Goblin Warrior. You can pay 1 mana of any color and sack it to either deal 2 damage to a creature or destroy a colorless non-land permanent. Wizards is really giving the middle finger to Tron now. You can pay 1 mana on a 2 mana creature to destroy their Ugin or their Karn. You can even do this on the draw if you wanted to. That's actually insane. This is stupid sideboard hate. Wizards is really trying to get rid of Tron now with the Damping Sphere, the Alpine Moon, and now this. Wow, this is definitely going to see sideboard play. Now, onto the actual list. Number 5 spot, it goes to Mausoleum Secrets. 1 colorless and a black for an instant with Undergrowth. Search your library for a black card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. This has already been pointed out, but this might go really well with Goryo's Vengeance decks. Turn 1 Faithless Looting, pitch 2 creatures. Turn 2 play this, go get the Goryo's Vengeance. Next turn get the Emrakul out. Turn 3. I like this card. It's definitely going to see play, and maybe even other formats like Command. My number 3 spot. This one goes to a certain card that I think will bring Mono Green Stompy up. And yes, you know it, it's Nullhide Ferox. 2 colorless and 2 green for a 6/6 beast with hexproof, and you can't cast non-creature spells. You can pay 2 colorless for it to lose all abilities until end of turn, and any player may activate the ability. And if a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard it, put it onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your graveyard. So, why I think this is number 4? Simple. With the card Assassin's Trophy coming out, Jund decks are going to be on the rise, and with that comes a certain planeswalker named Liliana of the Veil. Whenever she +1s, it causes each player to discard a card. You want to know what you had to do in response to that +1? Discard a card, get the 6/6 hexproof beast. And if they want to pay 2 to actually play a removal spell on it, it opens up you playing Blossoming Defense. So, that's gotta be pretty good, isn't it? Number 3, Ritual of Soot. 2 colorless and 2 black for a sorcery. Destroy all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. So, why do I prefer this over Damnation? One simple reason, the price tag. In Modern, most creatures are going to be converted mana cost 3 or less. This wipes out all the creatures in the top decks in the meta right now, like humans and Burn, and robots. So, why do I like this better than Damnation? The price tag. This is ordering at $2 on Card Kingdom, $1.79 on TCG Player. This is so much cheaper than Damnation, and I think it's definitely going to see some play. So, number 2, this spot goes to a sideboard card that's so good at what it does, it might even replace 2 cards in the sideboard, freeing up more sideboard hate. This is Knight of Autumn. 1 colorless and 1 Selesnya for a 2/1 Giant Knight. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, making it a 4/3. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, and you gain 4 life. So, this takes the spot out of the sideboard of both Vex Sage and Kitchen Finks all in 1 card. You get to bring this in against Burn or Aggro for the gain 4 life, and you get to bring this in against Affinity for the Destroy Artifact or Enchantment thing. This is definitely a really solid card, and it's definitely going to see sideboard, if not mainboard play in most decks. So, what's my number 1? Assassin's Trophy. You guys all knew it. You guys all know it was coming in. But I'm going to give you a different card because that's so stupid obvious. My number 1, Mission Briefing. 2 blue for an instant. Surveil 2, then choose an instant or sorcery card in your graveyard. You may cast this card this turn. If the card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So, why is this my number 1? This is Snappy. This is Snapcaster Mage, but on a more restrictive color identity. And you get to Surveil 2 in addition to it. But there's one other upside that I haven't mentioned. It says choose, not target. So this gets to get around Grafdigger's Cage. That is majorly important, and if you're playing this instead of Snappy, then you get to be against that sideboard hate. Now, people have to decide what they want. Do they want the extra body on the ground to block, or do they want the Surveil 2 as well as the immunity from Grafdigger's Cage? But also, a playset of this is pre-ordering for $44 as compared to the Snappy's $260. So, you guys have to decide. Well guys, that's it for my top 5, I guess 8, modern cards from Guilds of Ravnica. If you enjoyed, be sure to smack a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. And as always, this video is brought to you by you, the subscriber. Be sure to subscribe to the MTG Galaxy YouTube channel for all the most recent Guilds of Ravnica spoilers, countdown, news, pre-release guides, and more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next video.